Hi everybody and welcome back to this final episode of Symmetria season 11. As promised, in this episode we are going to tour what I've done on the server. Right now we are at spawn. I haven't done anything at spawn, but I figured it was a good idea to begin this episode where everything began. But now I'm going to head to town. I don't remember where town is from here. So I guess I'm just gonna go to the nether and we are going to see the house I made in town. This is my house in town. I made it in episode 10. It's the same house I had on my island in season 10. And exactly the same inside. I did the schematic and reproduced everything perfectly. So I have a bed and some things to do potions, furnaces, some barrels, and a full enchant table. And a setup, sorry. And outside, next to Eagle's beautiful house, I have a pool, some long chairs, a table, and yep, this is it for the garden. So the house is simple. I haven't done a lot here, but I wanted to have a house. So now let's head to the nether. So I don't remember exactly when, but I helped a bit to design the hub, and I installed some scaffolding for people to build the roof, but I didn't do anything else. But in the nether, what I've done. So in episode 49, so not so long ago, if I can go, to my up to the tunnel. Okay, so this is the derps tunnel. So in episode 49, I did this because here there was a hole before, and same episode. Yep, same episode. I decorated my portal. Episode 50. So yeah, 2 episodes ago. I finished the walls that were not done, and I also redecorated George's area. Yeah, George is not happy because I don't have anything gold on me. Okay, so this is it for the nether. Now let's go back to my base. I know how I will do the visit because I have prepared things with Ego yesterday. At the beginning of the season here there was a big mountain which I flattened everything in episode 8. In episode 12 I built the main building, and let's see the order I decided to do the visit. So in episode 28 I did the train station that goes to the derps main train station here there. So I did all the decoration of this, the train station, but the train line was made at episode 27. The train line goes underneath here and it pops up there, and at first it was right above the water. So in episode 43 I decided to elevate the line so people can still go through there with a boat. And yep, this creeper, at least one of them, has been there since episode 4. So I'm not gonna replace this with moss or grass. I'm just gonna leave the gravel there. And yep, they will stay in there forever. So next, Ego pranked me with a giant pot at episode 23. So the pot was in the middle there. So we decided to put one in here and build another one there. And I discovered hideouts from Dielnet and Amy inside the pots at episode 44. Oh, and no, we moved the pots on episode 24, sorry. And I did the garden as well at episode 24. Back to the train station, I did this path that goes from my train station to John the Squirrel's base and then to Amy at episode 28. And I decorated most of it on episode 46. This bridge here was made at episode 28 as well. In episode 44 I got pranked by Stubborn Wolf, who made a surveillance satellite so he could keep an eye on my base. And I had a few stormtrooper as well in my base. Okay, so now I finished under the base there and made the path up to go to the entrance of the base on episode 24. In episode 13 I started to work inside the building, so I created the front desk area. And I began the construction of the museum. Well, I did the construction of the museum, and I started to put items in it. I don't remember which episode. I don't think I have this marked down. Sorry. And yep, I also did the staff room. In this episode, the staff room is everything is empty, but this one, because I didn't do this. I got everything but this. In episode 16 I got pranked, and someone made quite a few snails around the base that some I kept, some I displaced. So this was kept. I also decided to put glow ink on the signs for my museum. And I'm looking for something. And Ego gave me this on episode 16. Next, in episode 38, I started to work on this side of the base. I did my office, as well as a home inside the main building, along with cats and a kitchen, living room. Everything is open space. I have a bathroom, another office, a bedroom, and finally a private sauna. In this episode I also did the archives there. And in episode 39 I did the conference room. Oops. This is the research room, computer room, and oh, a toilet. I had totally had forgotten about this, but I just saw the door. And yeah, I spread all my animals around the base because I didn't know what to do with them. And here we have well, the shop for the museum. Yes, it was as well in episode 39. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. And I finally put some items in the item frame last episode. So now, oh yes, one thing before I leave this part of the base. In episode 21, I made some restrooms along with a family room and where you can change your baby's diapers. That's very RP. So now we are going to go to the next part. So I did the hotel reception and all the hotel rooms at episode 25. Bob is here since episode 36. I don't know who put that armor stand in here. I think it's Amy. Sorry, Amy, I'm just accusing you of everything. But let's see some rooms. So this is a double one with a separate bathroom, and there are smaller rooms where the bathroom is just separated with some glass panes. And yep. Next, in episode 31, I did the restaurant along the restaurant. Yes, the kitchen and the restaurant. Sorry. Yep, in the kitchen. Yep, you have everything you need to cook things. Here I have some storage, a changing room for the employees, and yes, toilets. Next, whoops. Up at episode 36, I made the gym along with changing rooms here, and of course toilets. I don't know how many toilets there are in my base, but quite a lot. So I have got some treadmills and mats to do some gym. Next door, it's the gaming room. I have a game pool. Some flipper machines, and we can play Donkey Kong on the big screen. And next room up, we can watch TV or film with other people. And did I do anything else? Oh yes, and the library here, which is exactly the same thing that the archives at the other side. I didn't know what to do with these rooms because it go very narrow here. So I did this and it looks quite okay. On episode 35, I made the pool along with changing rooms as well and toilets as usual. Up. Yep, so the pool, the shape of the pool is a little bit weird because I had to work with the shape of the main building. And yep, this is all for the surface. Now we are gonna go underground. To go underground, I have two bubble elevators next to the snail at the front desk. So let's start with the sublevel 1. So it's my storage room, which I did on episode 2 because I wanted it as soon as possible to keep things organized. This base is mainly made of concrete, so I have a concrete maker here, and on the other side I have a small lava farm. And speaking of organizing things, I organize my ender chest and my building blocks in episode 17. And oh yes, at episode 2 I'll also had this my bed as well. On episode 22 I added the smithing room to add trims on my armors. And there was as well a map room in here, just here. But I reworked it to make it bigger on episode 39. And you saw Rigo, I don't remember in which episode I got you. Yeah, I didn't watch everything. I just went through some videos. I'm sorry, Rigo. So yes, the map room, you can see the evolution of, well, the base. And here we have the memorabilia room with, I think all of this is Amy, so I just put her head in here. This is from Steven's Prank, a Stormtrooper head. And yep, with some memorabilia, and this is from the dragon fight. And so on the other side I have Tooth's painting. It's a gift from Ego that I got in episode 36. So yep, thanks a lot Ego for this again. And this is it for this level. Let's go down to level -2 now, which is home to the slime farm made in episode 3. And I think I will empty everything before I leave. Next to the slime farm we have some farms. So pumpkin, melon, carrots, wheat, and beetroots and potatoes were made in episode 7. In episode 16 I added an on-off switch. 46, sorry. In episode 46 I added an off and on switch to this farm because it was producing too much thing. At episode, I think it's 15 or 19, I don't remember. Yeah, I wrote it down, but I can't read myself. I added some AFK rooms, and I never got to do spare armor and spare tools, so everything is empty. Here I added the total flower farm and the glowberry and sweetberry farms in episode 31. Episode 31 as well, I added the cocoa and vine farms. And then episode 3, I added farms in here, so sugarcane, here it was the cactus farm, and bamboo which has a on and off switch as well. In episode 21 I moved the cactus farm in here, and I think Ego helped me move it again because it was not centered. And yep, it was same episode I built the kelp farm. And also at this episode I added the signs around the base, so people could know they were around the base. And maybe myself in the future, when I will go back to this season, and if I don't remember anything, I will be able to remember. And oh yes, I did the corridors here at episode 5. The potion room was made at episode 23. I haven't used potions like at all, maybe once or two or twice. So maybe next season I will need to get this thing going early. In episode 2, I made a skeleton farm, and the redstone for this spawner and the rooms there were made in episode 5. Episode 4, I made 2 farms. I made a spider poisonous spider farm, and the redstone was made at episode 5. But episode 4, I also did the amethyst farm. I like it. Yeah, I haven't used it, but I do like it. So yes, I'm done with level -2. So now I'm gonna go to level -3, which is home for my animals. So here, yeah, we have a slime. My base was always invaded by slimes. Wolf farm was made on episode 9, and everything is. I have at least one double chest of every kind of wool. On episode 15, I brought down some cows, pigs, and chickens, but everything was moved eventually, so they are not where they were before. Amy gifted me a sniffer on episode 30. Unfortunately, weird, odd-looking doggo passed away. So Amy gave me an odd-looking doggo junior. Thanks, Amy, again for the sniffers. And so I decorated this and moved the chickens back there on episode 32. And yes, the goats were brought down at episode 32 as well. On episode 33, I moved the cows and pigs. But I don't remember if I had this design on that episode or if I reworked these 2 pens at least twice. And because I wanted to make room for the bee farm that I put in here. And yes, the bee farm is not very... It's not functioning at all. It got stuck. And oh yes, I got some frogs at episode 34. And one last thing, I made an AFK room for me in here. I put a name tag on a bat. I don't want to open this door. I want... You can hear Batman. Batman is in here. I don't want Batman to escape, so I'm gonna keep the door closed. And I made another AFK room for me in here. But very late in the season at episode 46. So I never used any of this. It was just for the symmetry. So I'm done with this level here. Now let's get down. Slimes. We are now at the lowest level, where I have my beacons. So I worked on these corridors and the beacon rooms at episode 17. I added some shulker box with iron ingots on episode 46. And on episode 17 I also made this giant hole for the tree farm. Don't ask me why I always do this underground. I don't know. And yes, I did a bulk storage in here at episode 19 because I had a lot of stuff from the big dig along some AFK rooms. On episode 19 as well. Whoopla, let's see. I did a chorus flower farm as well as a chorus farm. Egos was here to help me, and I renamed a slime Greeny My Green Face, and Ego decorated a room for it. So, oh yes, so we are done with the base. Maybe I will go back to the base later to finish this episode. Now we are going to see the pranks I did for people on the server. At Emmy's base on episode 48, I can't fly correctly. I made this giant Ligdigolo, and last episode I created a cozy hideout inside. The second prank on episode 48 was Ego. For Ego, I did a giant Doom guy head, and I've put a little something inside. I'm leaving something for Ego. And of course, it's shulker boxes full of eggs. In episode 49, I finally pranked Sturban back by making him a giant Jar Jar Binks in pixel art. Okay, now I have 2 more things to show you, and that will be it for the visit. At Spooky District in episode 18, I made Spooky Snail, and Spooky Snail won the prize. Yeah, I got everything already, and I didn't even use most of the stuff I got by winning this. I'm so bad at using stuff people give me. And inside Spooky Snail, I have a very small house. Oh, no toilet this time. But yep. And finally, at Winter District, I built this snowman on episode 26. Yep. That's all I've done here. And this is it for what I've done on this server. I'm gonna go back to base to properly end this tour. Ouch. Well, one last clip in this base before we leave it forever. This was one of my favorite bases I've done on Symmetria so far. I love the idea of the museum for the advancements, and yeah, let's say that I'm very satisfied with this. I have all but one, and the one that's missing doesn't even appear on it, so it looks complete, which is great. Don't worry, before leaving, I will put this in a under chest somewhere. No, not on under chest. In a shulker box. Somewhere where I don't know yet, maybe here. So, I already know what I'm gonna do next season. But, yes, it will be a sky base. I've never done a sky base before, so I'm gonna try to do one. It will be a total different look from this. So, yeah, I have ideas for it. I don't know yet exactly what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna keep it secret for now. But yeah, it's gonna be excited. I would like to thank Amy, Ego, and Sturban for accompanying me in some videos. It was great fun to play with you all. I don't think I have anything else to say, so see you next season. Bye!